What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. That's right. This guy can't even talk. It's against a guy named Blasian. I would assume that stands for Black Asian, but I couldn't tell you for sure. I prefer the term Japanegro or Negronese. Just sounds cooler than Blasian. But this guy has a pretty terrifying looking team. I commend you for having a Starmie. Oh, by the way, guys, Infernape, check it out. Check it out. I have the Infernape. Now, this isn't the Pokemon that I was particularly talking about, but there was someone that I was able to trade and get an Infernape for. The other Pokemon that I was talking about was going to be a Volcarona, but I didn't want to change up this team too much. Because if I would have had a Volcarona, I would have had to have a Rapid Spinner, and I didn't feel like breeding and training a Starmie, which was going to take place instead of the Slowbro on my team. But, you know, what can I do? So basically, this guy's team was pretty terrifying. But let's get into this. Alright, now I thought that he would lead, not with his Nidoking, but with his Starmie and T-Bolt my Politoed, so I went ahead and went straight for Geico. It ends up working out because Geico has the Surf. I was fearing the Earthquake, but he doesn't. It appears that he wouldn't even have it because his Nidoking is a special attacker. So Surf almost kills this thing. If I would have had the Rain up, I definitely would have taken that thing out. Because it's a pseudo stab, so it would have been boost a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and go for another Surf to try and take that thing out in case he wants to stay in with it. But he has a Goodra on his team. So I'm definitely going to switch out of there because I don't want to take that. But he predicts me to switch and goes for the Toxic. Now this is, it's not awful, but it's pretty bad because he Toxic'd my Hobro. And she's a Hobro and she doesn't need to have STDs. Because I like to have Hobro around, because, you know, you gotta have at least one Ho around, I suppose. But now it's just gonna go for the Dragon Pulse. I'm gonna go for the Scald here, maybe get a burn on this thing. It's kind of what I'm hoping for here, and I definitely get the burn. I wish that I would have went for the Psyshock, because Psyshock is kind of different. It uses your special attack, but it affects the other Pokemon's defense stat, and Goodra doesn't have very good defense. It has amazing special defense, but not very good defense. So on the next turn here, I'm going to go for the Psyshock, and it's going to do a pretty decent amount of damage. If I would have went for another one, it definitely would have taken that thing out, especially after the burn damage. But even with my leftovers, I'm not able to live the poison, which I was hoping to do so, or which is what I was hoping to do. God, I can't even talk. But so that kind of sucks because I don't have Hobro around anymore, and it would have been nice to have around. But I have the Gonzalez. He's definitely going to switch out. Should have sent in Caesar there and used Pursuit, but, you know, what are you going to do? Now he's going to go out in his Tyranitar. I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake, predicting his Goodra to stay in. And I noticed that he doesn't have any flying Pokemon other than Noivern on his team, but he was fearing the Outrage. So I made a good prediction and went for the Earthquake. It does an incredible amount of damage to that Tyranitar, but he's going to switch out because he wants to be able to try and win the Weather War here. Now I go for another Earthquake here, expecting his Tyranitar to stay in, but he ends up switching out. But now I have this thing to deal with. I thought that I would have been able to live a Dragon Pulse just because Gonzalez has decent special defense. I don't have any special defense investment, but he has decent special defense. But I'm pretty sure his Noivern is spexed, and here's why I say that. I'm gonna go out into Polypube because it's a pube. He's gonna go for another Dragon Pulse. Now, this is where it gets kind of questionable. I did have the Rain up, so he definitely could have easily went for the Hurricane and probably would have taken me out. But I predict him to switch and go for the Toxic, trying to get his Starmie in here. but that isn't the case. And here's where he goes for another Dragon Pulse. I'm going to go straight for the Ice Beam. And I do believe I take this thing out. Yep, perfect. Now, it was pretty questionable. Now, Polypube is just about dead here. I'm thinking that I'm going to outspeed this thing, but somehow I don't. I thought that Politoed's base speed was higher than Goodra's, but I suppose it's not. He does have the Chesto Berry. I'm going to go straight for a Hydro over here, just in case he maybe wanted to double switch on me or something. And it's boosted in the rain and stab, and I have stab on it, so I thought it would have been the best option. And then on the next turn, I believe I was going to go for the Ice Beam, but he's faster than me, so he takes me out. But I'm going to go out into Edward Scissorhands right here, because Edward Scissorhand is a boss, and here's where I make a nice prediction. I hit him up with that Pursuit, baby, because I suppose Edward Scissorhands wants those hoes, and he's going to chase after them. It does a nice amount of damage to that Goodra. I wish I would have taken that thing out, but it's not stab, so I suppose I did what I could. But now he's going to go out into Starmie here. Now this is probably I would have assumed it was a defensive Starmie, but judging on how much the U-turn did to it, there's almost no way, because usually Rapid Spin Starmie is pretty bulky, but unfortunately for him, his wasn't, I suppose. But now I'm going to go out into Geico here, hopefully trying to catch something, maybe trying to get a Parahax here. One, it does barely any damage, which is surprising because it's stab and it's thunder. I mean, you usually can't go wrong there. But of course, I want to say that this thing is max defense. I couldn't tell you what item it has because it's not the Assault Vest, because he has other moves that aren't attack moves. Like I said, he has the Toxic on this thing, so he doesn't have an Assault Vest. I assume that it's just it's either max speed, max special defense, or max speed, max HP, or max special defense, max speed. But I couldn't tell you for sure. I don't know this guy's setup. But now I'm gonna go out to Edward Scissorhands here. He's gonna do a decent amount of damage with this this Dragon Pulse here, but it's not gonna do very much. Not gonna do too much, I suppose. Got it. Sorry guys, I had work today. I'm really tired. But what did I go for last time? I went for the Pursuit, expecting him to switch. But I'm going to get off a Roost on the next turn. I'm going to get off a Roof, guys. I'm going to jump down and break my legs. But now he's going to go out into his Medicham here. I'm just going to take this opportunity while he switches out to take another Roost and get my HP back to full here. He's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. I was praying to God that he wouldn't have the Fire Punch. I'm not even sure Medicham gets Fire Punch, but I think it does. But I was praying to God that he wouldn't have it, and it turns out he doesn't. He has the Drain Punch, so it's only going to do about half to me. And I'm just going to hit him up with that U-turn, get the fuck out of there, do a nice 60% damage to that thing, and get the hell out of there. Hit and run, baby. Now I'm going to go on to Infernape over here, because this thing is fucking awesome. I'm going to go straight for that Mach Punch. Choice Banded, definitely going to take that thing out. I'm not sure that crit mattered, but I assume that it didn't. I haven't done damage calcs, but I'm not going to tell you that it wasn't needed because I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to go straight for another Mach Punch on this Goodra here. Do as much damage as I can. He's going to go straight for the Rain Dance because he does have Hydration and he has Rest. So every time he rests, he's going to be able to get some... as long as the rain is up, he's going to be able to get rid of his sleep status, which is really nice. Oh, excuse me, I had to burp. I wish that Mach Punch would have killed. It would have saved me so much time and so much trouble with this stupid thing. But I'm going to switch out. Like I said, I am Choice Banded, so I can't U-turn with Infernape there. I'm going to go straight back into Edward Scissorhands here. I think he goes... I wasn't predicting the Toxic, but he goes for the Toxic there. Which is, I avoid it, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because Edward Scissorhands is part steel, and poison doesn't affect steel types, which is really nice. He's going to go out into Tyranitar here. I'm going to go straight for the Roost. I don't want him to put up Stealth Rocks or to Dragon Dance here, so I'm going to go straight for the Bullet Punch on this thing. Because Stealth Cocks are annoying and Dragon Dance Tyrannitars are crazy. So I'm definitely going to go for the Bullet Punch there, take that thing out. Ooh. Now he's going to go out in his Nidoking here. Maybe try and get off a Fire Blast or a Flamethrower. I'm going to go straight for another Bullet Punch, take that thing out. And so now all he has left is his Goodra. So it's not looking too good for him because he has he has Toxic, he has Dragon Pulse, he has Rest, and he has Rain Dance. So he doesn't have anything that's super effective against my Scizor here, which is really good for me. I was praying to God that he wouldn't have the Flamethrower or the Fire Blast, but it turns out, Jesus Christ, I forgot about this part. I get max damage on the first Bullet Punch, and then I don't get max damage on the second one, and he lives with like 1 HP. It's fucking annoying as shit, and he's going to go for Rest and live and get all his HP back. I'm going to go straight for another Bullet Punch here. I probably got minimum damage on that one by how much damage it did. He's going to go for another Rest here. I'm going to U-turn the fuck out of there because U-turn has pretty decent damage, especially coming from a base 165 attack. So I'm going to hit him up with that U-turn. It's going to do over half. It's going to do about 55% damage. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go straight into Infernape here. Oh god, he looks so cool. Just, I love his model in this game. It's so good. And I'm going to go straight for another U-turn here. I'm just going to keep fucking hitting running in this thing. And of course he lives with 1 HP. Well, it's probably more than 1, but you know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean. And he's just going to keep going for Rest. And this, it's the most annoying thing. Dude, you know you lost. Just fucking give it up. It's like, come on, man. Come on. But now his Rain is gone. He's asleep. And there's no way that he can win now. So, because when you use Rest, you're asleep for 3 turns. It's a set amount of turns, unless you had Early Bird, I think. But I don't even know if Early Bird would wake you up with Rest. But I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't fucking quote me, guys. But I'm really, really liking this team. It works really well. In the long run, I think what I would do is maybe switch out Garchomp for Donphan, so I can have a Rapid Spinner. And when Pokebank comes out, I could have a Rapid Spinner with Stealth Rocks, which would be really nice. If any of you guys have a Pokebank Donphan, and you wouldn't mind breeding me one, I will definitely trade you something worth your time. It would be nice if I could get a 5IV Donphan or Phanpy with Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin. But if it's just a Phanpy with Egg moves, that's that's good too. I don't mind doing a little bit of breeding. But guys, this team is probably here to stick around for a while. Unless I, for whatever reason, need to switch something out. I have the rest of this week with no school, and the Monday after the end of this week. But after that, I do have to go back to school. So with school and work, battles might be a little bit slower, especially if I decide to do a new team. It's a lot of time. But I do have New Year's Day, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off. So I'm thinking that I'm going to play through my X version and definitely get that battle out that I talked about forever and never got out to you guys. So be looking forward to that. I apologize that I haven't done it yet, but I've just been a little busy with work and Christmas and all that family jazz. But yeah, I've got a little bit of a headache, so I'm going to go take some medicine and then probably play some PS4, or if Shofu is still streaming, I'll probably watch the rest of his stream. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the battle. If you liked it, please subscribe, like the video, share it. I'm trying to get as big of a following as I can, just to get this out here and to really showcase Pokemon of what it can really be, other than just, you know, a kid's game, a kid's RPG game. And I hope you guys are learning some good stuff as well. I hope you're learning some good predictions, how to do some. I don't even know how to play Wi-Fi battles, at least to an extent. I'm not gonna say I'm the best battler in the world because you can't make that call. You know, there's so many different combinations of teams that it's impossible to be the best battler in the world. I wouldn't say that I'm the worst. I wouldn't say that I'm the best. I'm probably around average. This team has its pros and its cons. I've been losing a little bit more than I've been winning, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm not going to upload losses, because I will. I'm just trying to get this channel out there a little bit before I do that, because if I just upload losses, then no one's going to want to watch my channel. But or unless I get like 6-0'd, I probably never upload a battle where I get 6-0'd or 5-0'd, unless it's against someone really cool. I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going on a little bit of a rant here, so I do apologize for that. But those of you who stick around, I commend you for your service. But no, seriously, guys, I really hope you do enjoy these things. Leave a comment if you have a fan P or a Dawn fan with Stealth Rocks, or if you just have one in general that you can trade to me, because that's unfortunately one of the Friend Safaris that I don't have. But anyways, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace out.